Hey guys, Clint here with Joel from InStyle Gardens at the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show for a very special interview with Joel about his award-winning garden. Joel has put together a very realistic display of what would look like something that you could possibly have in your house and was awarded a silver medal a couple of days ago. So we just wanted to kind of understand the process, so I'm just going to spend some time talking to Joel about that and hopefully highlight some of the features of this for you to enjoy. So thank you for tuning in. So thanks for taking some time out. I know that you're basically standing at the front of this, just shaking hands and kissing babies and signing autographs, signing leaves. Was that Mudge last night? Talk to me about the process of how you've come to getting involved in this. Like, why have you done this before?
So yeah, this will be the 8th garden I've been involved in building.
Yep.
So the first one I did was in 2011 and 12, where we did the student gardens. We built gardens for students, so they're like the 5x5 metre ones that are there now. Like
As in you were a student at the time?
No, but we built it for students. So students would submit a design, and because they can't build it themselves, then they get... that was part of Landscape in Victoria.
Yep.
And then 2016 and 17, I designed and built our own boutique gardens. So they're the 5x5 metre ones. And then 2018, we built on this site actually for Ross Ubergang and I've forgotten the Japanese. There was a Japanese fella.
Yeah, we were here.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yosuke Yamaguchi.
Yeah.
So they did a design together and we built that. So but we did 2 other gardens at the same time. So we're probably stretched a bit thin. So we had like one person on a couple of different gardens.
Was that just to kind of experience you and your staff to just try and be involved in things?
It was just because a lot of people were asking us to build them.
Yeah.
And I don't say no enough,
Yeah.
so I said yes to everything. Like one of them won the boutique gardens, so won a gold medal, so that one went all right.
That's cool.
And we built the welcome gardens that year, which is the first time they'd done them, and
Yep.
then built this one as well. And then we're supposed to do it in 2020 as well before it got cancelled. We're going to do it when it was the best of.
Yep.
And then last year was the first one after COVID, and I came here hoping it would be a good show, never knowing what it was going to be like. Because that was like right on the back of COVID.
Yep.
And I just loved being back here. So when I was here then, that's when I decided I was going to do one this year.
Yep.
And then
So did you build one last year?
No.
You just came and had a look around, and then
Yep.
you got that itch and went, I need to do this.
Yeah. Yep. So and so I wanted to design and build one of the big show gardens.
And have your name on it. This
Yep.
is your garden. You designed it. You built it.
Yep.
So how long does that process? Like, when do you start looking at this? Like months? I'm guessing months ago, but like years.
Yeah,
like the whole year.
I was thinking about it the whole time, but like when I was here that last year, I thought of the concept and a lot of it. So having the purple foliage plant corner at the back, I thought of that then.
Yep.
And a lot of it hasn't changed since that.
So the
first
design
day.
was in your head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's rare. It's like sometimes I'll go to a job and I've got no idea what to think of on the spot.
Yep.
And other times I'll think of things straight away. So it's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
Yep.
It's not the same.
And so then you need to put together a design.
Yeah, so
Like
we
you
had
have
to
to
submit that
submit?
before choosing your site. You had to submit a design, and then they say whether it gets approved or not.
Yep.
So,
And so not everyone not everyone that applies to have a site would get a site.
it depends. Yeah, I don't know how many would apply, but yeah, it is a process.
But you could get a no.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Like if 50 people wanted to do one, then not everyone will get one.
So they'll almost get voted at that level then, and then
Yeah.
it's about winning gold, silvers, or
Yeah.
best in show. Is
Yep.
there bronze?
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
So there's gold, silver gilt, silver, and bronze. That's all.
Do you say silver gilt?
Yep. So they got that from Chelsea. They do that in England.
Oh, I thought that was like a joke. Like they give it to you because they think
It's GILT.
Yeah.
No-
They went to a lot of trouble.
So that's
Let's give them a silver gilt.
in between gold and silver.
Yeah. Because the scoring was such that they're like,
Yeah, so the silver gilt there's like 3 points because it's basically like you get a mark out of 70,
Yep.
and it's like I can't remember what the numbers are, but say 60 to 70 might be gold, and then 57 to 60 is a silver gilt, and then
Yep.
45 to 56 is
it's a
silver.
B plus.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like
An A
it's
minus.
almost like saying distinction and
You're
high
so
distinction.
close to gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get to view the judges' remarks? Do you get to
Yeah, we get
feedback?
feedback. Yeah, so this afternoon we'll be getting that. So, and before we'd even had the judging, that was one of the things I was looking forward to the most because I'm not that experienced in design. So that's what I'm looking forward to getting is feedback on the actual design. Like I know all the construction things are no good, but the design is what I'm looking forward to the
Well,
most.
that has to be challenging, obviously. Like, from a construction standpoint, you can say that is good or that is not, right? But design really can heavily depend on someone's opinion.
A little bit, yeah.
Give you. So does the design and the construction get split equally with the points?
Not equally, no. There's certain percentages like the. I can't remember what they're off the top of my head, but I think the construction is only 14% of the overall.
Yep.
It used to be more, and then they made it less this year, which didn't work out well for me.
Because you're a constructor.
But yeah, the design brief is like 29%. Something else is in the 20s.
Yep.
So
So you have to write your own brief and then design to it.
Yeah. So that makes it easy. At least you're not working to something
to someone
else.
else's design brief. And is there a theme?
No, so that's good as well. Again, so then you're not getting different variations of the same kind of theme.
Yep.
So then you get more creativity and people doing what they are going to be passionate about.
Yep. Last night we obviously were lucky enough to get access to the garden, and some of the comments that I was hearing people saying were that it looks like the kind of garden that you would see in someone's backyard. Now, not all of these gardens fit that description. Was that something on your mind? Like, you were hoping to build something that would best represent your day to day, or?
Yeah, I just wanted to build a garden that I love. So it was just whatever was on my mind at the time. I'm thinking about it, and this is one I would love to live in myself as well. But I think it's great that there are people who do more things that are a bit more artistic. So not everyone is a garden that you could live in, because people are still going to get ideas from those artistic ones.
Yep.
It's the same with this. People might not like all of it, but they might like a certain element or a certain plant they're using in there.
Yeah.
So it's great that there's such a variety of different things.
That is something that stood out to me, was your use of plant life. Obviously, I've only seen it on Instagram leading into the event, but it was something that really stood out to me. I'm assuming your background is, obviously you've said it's construction, so horticulture. Would you say that's your strong suit, or you're learning?
Well, I've been saying that I don't know much about plants, but I did work at a nursery for 12 months before I started landscaping, and studied Certificate 4 in horticulture for a year, which is a 2-year course.
Yep.
So I've forgotten about all that.
So you do.
It was such a long time ago.
I think you get caught in that trap of continuously saying, I don't know much about plants, and then 15 years later, you're like still saying it. But
well, it was literally 20 years ago. So
maybe that's not the story anymore.
Yeah, but it was a while ago. But yeah, like I look at the plants and can't believe how amazing they look as well. So we've got a lot of them from Chartwell Nurseries, which is a nursery near Geelong, down where we are. So I've got a good relationship with the guys from there, and just in the last couple of days, Michael McCoy and Graham Ross, who are both like massive in the plant world, they both did an Instagram post saying how good the plants are in it. So that's just mind blowing.
There's a bee in the garden. That has to be a massive.
Yeah, they've been here since the pots. As soon as the pots went in, the bees came. So they love these plants. Like there's four here that they just can't get enough of. Probably 5 actually.
You set your plan up, send it in, get approval, get your site, and then just start working like crazy? Yeah,
then just try and start organising all the sponsors, because it's pretty expensive, even with a lot of sponsors. So the more sponsorship you can get, the better it is. So Granite Works have been amazing since I did my first show garden. So they provided all the stone that's on the back wall and the front steps and the paving that we're sitting on.
Well, that was one thing that stood out. I've got the same paving in my backyard, and I noticed it straight away. It's a beautiful stone.
That's some Pietro Grigio limestone, and that's the same that I'm going to be using on my driveway at home. So I just love the colours of it.
Is this almost a jigsaw puzzle, and then you kind of just drive it in?
Yeah, pretty much. Like the steps were in 4 different pieces, and then they all went together, and they laid the joins. And like we built the fireplace before the bench seat had been done. Because you've only got 9 days to build it, so you want to do as much as you possibly can before you come in here, so that because you'd rather finish earlier than late. And even that, we still could have. I would have preferred to have done a lot, like finished earlier, so we can sort of stand back and look at things.
And then like move that, lift that, change that.
Just straight, like just one of the trees wasn't straight, and just could have done a bit more with the grout because the grout was cracking on the join. So it looks pretty good on the Instagram when it's sitting on the concrete floor, but when you sit on grass and that it rained. So the grass softens a little bit and it doesn't have to move much for it to crack a little bit. So there's certain things I could have done a little bit better, but I'm still ecstatic with how it all came up.
What would you have done differently given what you know now, and even just for people that are watching that are thinking about doing this? Like, were you happy with your preparation and like your timing?
Yeah, because it's like I could have done a lot, like not built as much and not made it as sort of structure heavy, but that's my style. That's what I wanted to do. So I wouldn't do anything different. You just need to plan a lot and get enough people in.
Yep.
So we had some extra people come and help us as well, which was extremely valuable.
Family and friends or other landscapers?
No, just other landscapers and people who listen to the podcast. And,
Yep.
yeah.
Like people that are like, I'd like to be involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they saw me building it and said,
Do you want some help?
Yeah, let me know if you need a hand. So
That's so cool.
yeah. And then, and so the meaning behind the garden was about having a positive mindset and focusing on the positive things in life. So I wanted to create a lot of areas that you could go out, get outside and like live outside.
Yep.
So just get outside more often to do things that you could do inside.
Yep.
So there's like the barbecue area with the lounge in there and the fireplace, so you can sit around there and toast marshmallows.
I was going to say that I'm noticing marshmallows, popcorn, like this is a bit of a tip of the hat to family.
Yeah, so because I've got 3 kids, so it's just something I would want them to be able to come out and do. So there's the 3 bean bags and the projector.
Yep.
And then there's bathroom outside.
I didn't even notice the projector, but now you've pointed
Yeah,
it
so
out.
tonight is the Gardens by Twilight, so I'll have an actual projector in there with the movie on there.
That's cool.
Might put the landscaping podcast on maybe, a couple of episodes.
Yeah, one of those, what is it, the most downloaded podcast in Australia?
The world.
The world, sorry, the world.
The best landscaping
Prove
podcast
him wrong.
in the world.
And then around the corner, we've got a water feature.
Yeah, so I got it, We've got
Did you make that steel yourself?
No, Water Features Direct and Superb Steel made that.
Yep.
And one of my mates makes the concrete bath and the concrete vanity, so
that's a concrete formed bath.
yeah. And he does some pretty cool colours, like does green, which would match the coffee cup pretty similar as well. Does some nice blush pink ones.
Yep.
So yeah, he does.
And they don't crack, they're like,
Nah.
that's cool. So we've come so far with concrete, hey?
Yeah. But yeah, that's getting a lot of comments how awesome it looks.
Yeah. Well, from the inside, it doesn't look like it's concrete.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like the finish is so good.
Yeah. So yeah, he's got a pretty cool setup. Like he's got a vibrating table and all sorts of shit there.
So is that like, and this probably isn't necessarily something you need to answer, but are you meant to be able to have a shower and a bath in that? Is that the idea, or it's a water feature?
Just a feature, really. But you could get in there on a hot day. Be nice and
Have a bath?
refreshing, yeah. Like those travertine pavers, with like similar travertines at the front.
Yep.
They've just been filled and honed before, but they create like a real warm tone on the back there.
Yeah, it's probably. I didn't really notice it until you've mentioned it, but it is a different colour to the garden, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's I love the variation in the colour in this as well.
Yep. So another day would have made the difference, or just?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Like I did take one day off during the build for my son's birthday, so if I hadn't have done that, then we would have had a lot more.
But that's your son's birthday.
Yeah. I, in hindsight, I would do the exact same thing.
Well, ultimately, all this is for the family, right? Like, you do what you do to bring, to be able to provide your family with the things that matter.
Not necessarily. I know a lot of people do say they do everything with their family, but like, I do things for myself as well. Like something like this is my dream.
This is your selfish thing.
Yeah. Like I don't have any hobbies or do anything else outside of work, so that's why I'm okay spending some money on it.
Yeah.
Everyone spends money on motorbikes or whatever their hobbies are, but this, like, work is my hobby as well. So.
I get that. I get that very much.
Yeah. So like people who do like triathlons and that, and they say I'm doing this to show my kids what you can achieve. Like
you're doing it because you want to do it.
Spending 12 hours away from your kids all the time to show them what you can do.
No.
Pretty sure they don't care what you can do.
No, they just want their dad at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So yeah, I'm not certainly not saying I'm doing this for family.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Like they love it. Like, and they'll if you get on Better Homes and Gardens, they think their dad's a rock star.
Yeah.
But no, that's But
have they been here? They've seen.
No, they probably won't come up this year.
Yeah.
But But I've sent plenty of photos.
I can imagine. Well, we better let you go mingle with your people.
Yeah.